Come with us now, if you dare, down a rickety staircase into a dank, dark basement. What awaits? The Saturday Night Freak Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Saturday Night Freak Show podcast, the movie review and talk show podcast that comes your way every Saturday, whether you're ready for it or not. These are the internet radio superstars.
Michaela.
Holly.
John.
And I'm Colin. And tonight we watched the movie that was chosen by
Colin. What do we watch tonight?
We watched a movie called The Night of the Werewolf.
Okay. All right.
What year was this film?
Yeah.
Colin.
1981.
Are you sure?
Feels like the 70s.
Are you
Doesn't it?
sure it wasn't 70s?
I mean, it's that cultural seepage we talk
It
about.
is.
know.
It's the
They're
overlap.
still funky like the
Yeah.
70s, you know.
Directed
Haven't
by-
found a personality yet.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it was shot in 80 and released in 81.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Definitely still had that 70s stank.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Directed by Jacinto Molina.
Do we know Jacinto Molina?
We do.
What do we know Jacinto Molina from?
We know him by his stage name,
Which is?
Paul Naschy.
Paul Naschy, yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Naschy.
Yeah. We've never actually done a Paul Naschy movie on this show,
We have
but
not.
it feels like as you kind of go around the world of global fantastic cinema, eventually you land on Spain's shores, and
Mhm.
there waiting for you is El Hombre Lobo,
The
Uh,
Wolfman.
the Wolfman.
oh, is that
Yeah.
the Lobo?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, this movie that we watched tonight is the 9th of 12 movies in which Paul Naschy plays the Wolfman,
God
the
damn.
Polish nobleman Waldemar Daninsky.
9?
9?
This is number 9
This
Of
is number
12.
9 of 12.
of 12 movies.
So he comes back?
Over. This one was called in Spain "The Return of the Wolfman."
Are they
Okay.
all like, is the continuity continue through all of these
No.
movies? Okay. So just
Continuity. All
Although-
he's got to do is show up,
I do
have sexy
believe
time with the ladies,
Yeah.
kill a monster eventually, and
this. I also have here. This is from Kino Lorber put
Kino
out
Cult.
the. I think it was called Frankenstein's Bloody Terror here, but it's actually The Mark of the Wolfman, and this I think is the first movie in which Waldemar Daninsky, the cursed nobleman, shows up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then-
that's a Frankenstein movie?
No, there's no Frankenstein in it. Just when they released it to the drive-ins
You
here,
see
it
how
was
we're
called-
confused,
yes,
right?
You
it's
see,
called
you see the
Frankenstein.
problem.
But Dracula is in it.
Naturally.
All right.
Naturally.
Okay.
Much like how the movie we watched tonight is a Wolfman movie about vampires.
Yeah.
About Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah.
Because I want to say the fifth movie in the series is called The Wolfman versus the Vampire Woman.
Isn't that in this
That's
movie?
not what we just watched.
This is a remake of that movie.
This is a remake of that movie.
Yes, because
Is he the
that
Andy
movie,
Sedaris of his time?
maybe. I mean, he.
Wait, this is a remake of his own movie?
Yes. Well, I know
Why?
somebody else directed the first one.
But he was in it.
He wrote, starred. Yes.
I
And
mean,
then
Michael Haneke
redid
did
it.
that with Funny Games, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
he remade.
I
his own
feel like this
movie.
guy did it. This isn't the only time he's remade his own movie, is it?
It
feels like this
That I'm
guy-
not positive.
Is he
on.
doing the Godfrey Ho cut and paste job with his own movies?
No, he
No?
actually
Okay.
remade. That was a full remake. I don't know if there's any
Okay.
footage that was in
Good
the
for him.
original one. So the original one was, I think, 1970, The Wolfman versus the Vampire
Mhm.
Woman,
Mm-hmm.
and this is 81.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this,
Have you seen that one?
I'm trying to think if I saw the whole thing. There are shots and scenes that are remarkably similar. They're a little more high tech in this version.
Okay. What does
Oh,
that mean for a 1981 movie?
The
shot in
lighting and
tombs?
stuff is,
Okay.
Very
like,
bright.
ooh, that looks, significantly better than the old cheap cardboard set
They put a
1970s one.
they put a few more lights up when they shot slow mo in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy who, because I think what made me think of this was last week. It's like if we're gonna do, Jeffrey Ho, and this guy who loves or Godfrey Ho. I keep saying call him Jeffrey. He was like so in love with movies. I get that impression from Paul Naschy that he was a kid who went and saw Universal monster movies and was like, that's the money right there is, monster movies. And he loved the Wolfman and he made his own. And it was like an enduring character that lasted for, I don't know, what's that, like 30 years.
How well did these movies do?
There's a collection on it.
Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman is regarded as the movie that started Spain's low budget horror boom. So he had done 4 movies before that, including this one. The one I'm pointing at, The Mark of the Wolfman.
The Frankenstein movie. No, Frankenstein.
The Frankenstein's Bloody Terror in 3D, 70 millimeter 3D.
Chillerama.
Yeah. So that was one of the first 4. The 5th one, this is why he wanted to remake it. I think it was like one of Spain's most successful horror movies at that time.
And then Del
in
Toro
1970.
came along.
And then what?
And then Del Toro came along.
Well, Del Toro isn't he's Mexican.
Isn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I mean, we're coming from the land of the tombs of the blind dead, and
Yeah,
all
we
that,
are.
with Paul Naschy.
Maybe the same castle. We're not sure.
Yeah.
I saw Brahini in the background somewhere.
I mean, he's done a bunch of stuff, and that's what's kind of interesting about his filmography. He's like all over the place. He does have one other maybe like cult character, which is another nobleman, I believe, an evil satanic nobleman named
Count
Alaric de Marnac.
If we flip that around, is it?
I don't think so.
Is this an Alucard situation? Can I unspell this?
But that's the character that stars in a movie called Horror Rises from the Tomb. Have you heard about that one?
No, but we can watch it because it's on there.
It's on there because on this Scream Factory disc, because Horror Rises from the Tomb was one of those movies that here in the States was always on those like multi-packs of horror movies. Because, so if you've seen one, that might be the one that you've seen. If you've seen a Paul Naschy movie. There was also on this set, there was a movie that like it was like the Spanish answer to the Giallo. What was the title?
Let me guess. Blue Eyes of the Broken Doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you watch it,
what
it's
gave
like,
it away?
Well, it wasn't Vengeance of the Zombies, Human Beasts, or Horror Rises from the Tomb, so I figured it was Blue Eyes of the Broken Doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does he play in that one? Or should we not spoil it?
I think he's like a farmer or something. And I don't even remember to tell you. I just remember there was the thing that stands out to me about that movie. There was live scenes of animal cruelty, which I think in that when you look at Italian and Spanish movies of that time, when you start getting into the horror, they would always put, like live animal death. It seems like a lot of them, if you turn up like later on going like, oh my God, here's another one.
That's unfortunate.
That sucks.
Yeah. But that has overshadowed the actual plot of the movie for me.
So Paul Naschy seems to like, as the back describes him, Spain's answer to Lon Chaney. So he seems to like playing these characters. Are any of these at all ever connect back to other versions of this, or is he just doing his own kind of Spanish version of it? I
think everything that I've seen or heard of, and again, I'm not like a Paul Naschy expert. I've seen like a handful of his movies, but I don't think like he actually has any of the actual no, I mean nobody from
these are all generic versions of that.
Yeah, it seems like he was regional, as in he pretty much operated 100% out of Spain.
Okay,
and I do remember the way that I found out that he even existed was that whole, what is it now, almost 20 years ago when, Blu-rays and that came around and you were kind of, finding all these movies from around the world. And, you're like, who is, Coffin Joe, right? Would be another one of, you learn about these characters, Dario Argento,
right.
All this. And that wave of people rediscovering these movies actually gave him like a third career. Like he was an old man and he got to do like additional, like they brought him back and he made other movies. I don't think he made another Waldemar Daninsky movie.
Is he still with us?
No, unfortunately, he has passed on.
Okay.
A former bodybuilder turned, actor.
I love that.
He has kind of the build of a bodybuilder.
He's got the build of a 1980s wrestler.
He's very top heavy.
Yeah, very
All
top heavy.
shoulders,
Yeah. Oh, it's all up
Yeah.
here. And those legs aren't, those little toothpick legs are
Always
the best
hunched
they can.
over. Always hunched over.
I mean, he is a werewolf for most of the movie, but
Yeah.
what is this idea that werewolves can't stand up all the way? I know it's not
because
scary, I
it's
guess,
the
but
animal in them.
Yeah.
They want to run on the ground,
Yeah.
but they're still,
I guess, yeah.
That's
still
because
human.
their spine is curved.
Right, exactly. So they're always just like this because they're half between getting on all fours.
When you transform, you have to. Yep, that's probably it, right? You want to run on all fours.
Yeah,
You just can't reach because your stumpy little arms.
Yeah, these
right?
didn't get longer. Only these legs did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so this movie takes us to the exciting year of 1981. And
It doesn't start out in
Yeah.
81.
no, it starts out in. Did it say the year?
1613.
Did it?
That will not. No, that's just when she died.
I think it, but
Oh,
didn't
see
it?
it on the
There
grave or
was something at the. There was a subtitle at the very
There
beginning.
was. I don't know what it was.
As we're looking at castles, we have also
Yeah.
noticed on some of these gothic Spanish movies that we've watched, they like featuring the castle, the castles that they still have standing, the ruins, basically,
Yeah,
I
got some
mean-
good castles.
Why not?
as you would.
They're there. Yeah.
So then it's like, are they even building sets for some of this stuff? They're
I don't
just
think
going
so.
into
If you don't
old
need to
castles.
build it, don't build it.
No, the most they put forward is probably cobwebs.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the most that they added to anything in this.
I don't know.
Everything else is real.
I think some of the like dungeon-esque parts were probably
Probably.
sets.
Probably
Yeah.
sets, yeah. Because I was wondering, some of them.
But my hope inside of me is that there are dungeons somewhere in these castles with just thick walls of fog and light that you can walk through. Again, until
Right.
someone proves me wrong, that's just what I'm going to believe.
Mhm.
So what happens so we're introduced into the story through a prologue.
Oh, yes. A
We're
medieval
at a
prologue.
sentencing. That's where we start.
This is the
Elizabeth
Inquisition,
Bathory is the main character in this.
which was shocking, surprising.
I was surprised.
I wasn't expecting that in a werewolf movie.
Yeah, I was
Right.
just like, this is going to be a werewolf movie.
Yep,
And then
wasn't
they have,
expecting that.
Medieval Times Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah.
It's a
And-
sh-
the executioner in this scene is wearing like
Is
a
fabulous.
drag
Speaking-
race
speaking-
ready outfit.
Well, speaking
yeah.
of wrestlers,
Yeah,
like, these are
yeah,
wrestling tights,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
ready to go.
The executioner is fabulous.
Okay, the executioner is
Yes.
wearing red wrestling tights. And I don't know if you noticed, but he had a black studded belt too.
Yeah.
He's like
and
Kane.
then no shirt.
No shirt.
Naturally.
Black,
Executioner's
yeah.
hood in red.
Red hood,
Yep.
bright
Mhm.
red.
Yeah, which is
bright red
spooky.
pants, bright
Yeah.
red hood. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it feels like I've seen that like a bunch of times before.
But why no shirt but a hood?
It seems like
What's the logic behind it?
isn't it
Intimidation?
like- again, I like even Mask of the Black Sabbath,
Mhm.
Black Sunday. Like,
Mhm.
isn't that how? I think maybe it's in black and white, but he's got the hood.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
think he's wearing a shirt. It's like a
Right.
wrestler kind of dude.
Yeah.
But why?
It's fearsome.
Intimidation.
I
Very-
guess, yeah.
They're very strong. They're going to kill you by swinging this axe.
That guy did.
Because
He
they're
did
like- They're like, see this guy? He can do it in one swing.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fear that you want walking up to it. It's like, oh, he looks strong.
Mhm.
This is going to happen real quick,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is maybe reassuring. I won't suffer.
I was
Half my
like,
head
is it so
cut
that
off.
you don't get blood on a shirt?
Well,
You
that was
know?
what I was
That's the
thinking
other thing.
too.
That's the whole Deadpool thing. It's like I
Yeah.
wore my red because when I get shot, they can't
Yeah.
see me bleed.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to take that
Mhm.
part of the work home with you.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
Camouflage.
It's a good look.
at
Yeah.
this, there is one beheading, but unfortunately, we don't get to see it.
No.
Mm-mm.
I was disappointed about it. This movie does seem to be light in some of the effects department.
Yeah.
You know, for like, you would expect bloody wounds and things,
There's a lot of blood, but what the blood is coming from is off camera.
right?
Usually, most of the time, yeah. Yeah, a lot of
Um,
pouring blood.
And Waldemar is there, and he is also being sentenced with. This is in like the courtyard of a castle,
Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
with the tribunal there, and Bathory and all of her
Minions.
followers, are all being sentenced
Yeah.
to death,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and Waldemar is sentenced to wear the mask of Satan or something like that. And
And the
The Mask of Dishonor or something like
mask
that.
of dishonor, and then the silver dagger through his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then cut the credits, which aren't really credits. I guess they are kind of credits. It like goes, it holds on a shot of like, you know, when they pound the thing into his chest.
Yeah, his Doctor Doom mask.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
bleeds through the Doctor Doom mask.
And then we
just
get
hold
real
it.
funky.
Yeah.
We should have got more funky.
We should have got way more funky.
We should have got way more.
Well,
Yeah.
I think, and just for the trivia heads out there, I think that music is from the movie Tentacles, which is about a giant squid.
That sounds.
Are you
should
sure?
do that.
That sounds like fun.
I know.
Knowing these people, are you sure it's not about a giant shark?
I know, right?
Just being called tentacles, and they're just like,
Yeah.
fuck it, put the
Yeah,
shark in there.
That's a good
That's-
point.
that's
It's
a good
actually,
point.
yeah, I wonder, yeah, we should probably, that one probably
should make sure.
That should
Yeah.
come to the show at some
And
point.
it had that music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut to the present day. Now,
Not our present day.
No.
it's okay.
The present day of 1981 ish, maybe wherever, depending on where you are
1980.
geographically.
Let's say 1980. Yeah.
Yeah,
1776. If you're, some of the townsfolk in the Spanish arena.
Yeah.
because we're trying to, so this is, I mean, obviously they're trying to make a gothic movie. It's going to be very heavy on the atmosphere, and they really, like, it takes place in 1981,
Mhm.
I guess, but you are not going to feel that for the most of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we meet the girls at the beginning, and it's like,
frequently.
okay, this is, like a modern kind of thing, right? They're
Sure.
hanging out by the pool and the resort or whatever. with-
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of them are. The other one is with an old man.
Okay.
I still don't understand that.
Which one was it?
I think I got that.
So the one that's like
Erica.
obsessed, Erica, that's obsessed with Elizabeth
Yeah.
Bathory. She's hanging out with an old man in a wheelchair. And
Oh, yeah.
he's got the necklace or
Yeah,
the medallion.
she was
thing.
like, okay, so she was the research assistant to that guy for the longest time
Yes.
studying these things. But he was there to try and be like, no, we must keep this and keep her buried underneath and,
Yeah.
and let no one discover this and everything. And then she probably got
keep
into
it
it.
secret, keep it safe.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
She probably got into it, discovered the power she could access to it, and she's like, no, it'll be mine.
Like, wait a tick.
Yeah. And then she's like, you're going to die.
I need this necklace. Yeah.
I need, give me my jewelry.
And
There we
wasn't
go.
she also like, in secret, I have become sworn to Satan, and
Yes.
I've been communing with
Yeah.
Elizabeth Bathory.
Bathory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
whole
so she kills the old guy.
With another necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random.
Yeah.
I know what she had thought far enough ahead to kill the assistant or whatever, the housekeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
hallway.
Mhm.
It's like, aha, she is out there drowning in a pool of her own blood because I slit her throat before I came in here and had
Mhm.
this long conversation with you, in which you didn't know that I was actually going to take the necklace. What if he would have agreed? Because she was like, you know what we should do? And he's like, no, I can't give you the necklace. But what if he said yes?
But he's like, yeah, let's go for it. What do I have to lose? I'm old.
And then she's
Yeah.
like, shit, well, I have something I
God
got to
damn
tell
it,
you.
I killed your maid. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, sorry about that. I might want to bring in someone to clean it up.
So I
Goodbye.
do believe, okay, in this scene, she says that she is going to take her friends with her on this trip to the Carpathian Mountains, where she is, because she has found the grave through her research of Waldemar Daninsky, and she knows that means the Countess is somewhere nearby.
Right.
And she is going to take her friends, I think she says here, with the explicit idea of using their blood to resurrect
Is that what she says?
the Countess. I believe so.
I didn't catch
I missed that.
I didn't catch that.
What a terrible friend.
What a terrible friend.
Terrible
Yeah.
friend.
Right.
Maybe real
Yeah.
villain of this movie.
Please
Yeah.
don't
She-
sacrifice
100%.
me.
Yeah.
I'm going to
She
ask
really
you all
is.
right now. Don't sacrifice
Hey,
me,
let's go
please.
on a fun like girls trip weekend.
Yeah, don't-
kind of like
yeah.
how she put it out.
Don't fuck around and invite me somewhere and then sacrifice
Yeah.
me, okay?
Yeah.
I find that very insulting.
And also, we're gonna get assaulted along the way.
Right?
yeah.
Like, can you imagine Karen's just like, I'm gonna have a great semester abroad.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No.
And spring break.
Yeah.
Because what is it? The girls stop off at well, it's
Like a
like
tavern.
in Romania.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess this is the thing that they're driving by car
Uh-huh.
because it's 1981.
Well, they bought a
and
car, yeah.
Then
'cause
they
were-
stop off at a tavern,
tavern,
in the Carpathian Mountains.
Yep.
Mhm.
And immediately, like, the guy is dressed like a gypsy from Dracula.
Mhm.
The townsfolk look like it is still like 1850.
They really do.
They're
Yeah.
smoking old pipes from that era. Like, they're, it's just,
It gets better.
The
than that,
tavern
isn't it?
looks like it's from the whole thing.
yeah.
So you've stepped back in time,
Yes.
kind of, by taking this trip.
Yeah.
And these, even though she's warned by the tavern owner, it's like there's brigands and bandits that are on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
We can take care of ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah. Little did you know that there's a table of rapists right next door.
Yeah. Right.
Always be careful.
Right next door. Yeah.
And like they're so obvious about it. They're all of them are staring at
Just-
the back of these
yeah.
women's heads as hard
Just
as they
staring.
can. Like the most. And I'm sure as soon as those women got up, they got up and immediately followed them.
Mhm.
They're
right?
like 3 of them, 3 of us. What?
perfect.
Yeah.
I think if only you could hear the coming
That's what's
from that
happening.
table,
Yeah.
it would give people an indication. And they do say we're going to leave and we're going to get ahead of them through the secret passage or whatever. So they jump the women on the road and are in the midst of assaulting them when
Robin
Okay.
Hood shows up. I
Oh,
don't
there's
know.
one thing happened before that.
Oh, right. We need to talk about
Ethan Suplee and Fred Armisen break into
They're grave robbers.
Yeah, they're grave robbers.
Grave robbers,
Yes. The
I
grave
thought it
robbers.
was more Dom DeLuise.
It was
It's
Dom
Dom
DeLuise, but if you look at
DeLuise.
it, that's Ethan Suplee. Like,
Oh, yeah,
if you look at him.
You're right.
But yes, Dom DeLuise is the first thing I caught because
Mhm.
that's just like from Robin Hood.
Robin Hood
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. But they break in and they're gonna. They know it's the grave of what's his name, the
Yeah,
Polish guy.
do they? So did
I think they
No,
do.
they
They
do.
mention it.
They're specifically there to find the dagger that supposedly he's buried with.
Yes.
They
So
want to.
how do they know where it is? Okay, that's we can't concern.
Stories have led up to this.
Yeah.
And they finally heard one. that they-
Legends of yeah.
And so they got there, and so they go in, and they discover it, and they move the heavy stone top off of it. They discover him in the tomb with the mask of dishonor still on his face and the dagger still in his chest. Meanwhile, Fred Armisen is just warning him, like, no, we shouldn't be doing this. No.
It's like they're not suspicious of the fact that he hasn't decayed at all.
Yeah, these people, but again, they're stupid enough to go and try and do this to begin with. I don't
Yeah,
think they're
yeah.
paying too much attention, but obviously this nice rubied dagger that's sticking out of his chest could be worth a lot.
Mhm.
You're going to take that out and, try and go sell it. Don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Don't
Almost
remove the thing
instantly.
that's
Don't
killed
do
the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
That's- yeah.
So this
So
is straight out of was it Frankenstein versus the Wolfman? I think starts with this exact same scene.
Mhm.
Only they go into Lon Chaney's or Larry Talbot's grave and remove they remove something from him, the Wolfsbane
talisman
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And boom, he's back.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now we don't actually see the werewolf.
No.
The movie's gonna make you wait a little while. So before that, okay,
And
back
then
on
give
the
you
road,
so much.
right? Women being assaulted,
Mhm.
and
Right.
boom, yeah, Robin Hood. So
Yeah. Somebody from behind a tree with a
Crossbow.
crossbow.
right,
Taking out those
weapon
dudes.
of choice,
Mhm.
1981.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's dressed
What-
like a medieval Zodiac killer, though.
He really
He's in
is.
his
Yeah.
black outfit in the
Yeah,
daytime.
it's like vigilantes.
Yeah.
I know because he's got like the purloined daggers and all that
Mhm.
stuff,
Yeah,
and the coat of arms on his.
Mhm.
So he rescues the women. Well, does he? He
Well,
doesn't
he-
take credit for it.
He kills them and lets them go,
Yeah,
or kills the men and then lets the women go.
Mhm.
and then
But then as they're driving away, he is also like aiming at them again. So
was he aiming at them or was that?
he's pointing at the car with the crossbow.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's like he just woke up. He's like, what is
He's
this
just in like
mechanical
in a killing
animal?
frenzy. Yeah.
So they reach the castle and Erica is like, I know where the bodies are buried. So she leads them down into the cellar where they uncover this is the cellar. The whole place, actually, if I am correct, is littered with human remains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whole
And
place.
there's
Yeah.
still
We
hanging
discovered-
corpses.
Some of our podcasts don't like this, just being around the
Yeah, if
skeletal
you
remains.
show up at some ruins,
Yeah.
you maybe don't want to walk on the ground that's covered with human remains. It seems disrespectful,
Sure.
and like only bad things could happen.
Well, and
Sure.
in movie language, that's the first omen you're blowing right past, right?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
In movie language, it's like it's only going to get worse from here.
Yes,
This is the entrance of the cave, and there's
Pay-
already
right.
skeletons.
Pay
you know?
attention to the skeleton.
the red flags that are ignored in this movie are abundant.
I've
Right.
just like
Yeah.
I've never been walking anywhere and just seen like maybe I'm lucky. Never seen like human bones sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
so. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
been anywhere that would. Well, maybe you have. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
That
I've
would-
been
it's
to-
possible.
I've been
Yeah.
to Europe where there's castles.
There you
and
go. There
shit
should
like
just be
this.
bones
Yeah.
everywhere, as
Yeah.
far as I'm
Well,
concerned.
and like New Orleans, where the
Right.
land is constantly eroding, and
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It
bodies
could-
are just
it
popping
could,
up everywhere.
It could happen in various places, but
I mean, I'm assuming,
I wouldn't be
right,
disturbed.
that this is the production designer going, because I'm sure by 1981, like these places have been picked over. But they look nice and dusty. I was convinced because sometimes I was like, that really does look like a dusty human corpse. But I suppose the thing that, as you're wandering through it, you see all that, you're like, well, at least whatever bad happened a long time
Because
ago.
those bones are bleached.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And I didn't see any
Yeah.
I'd be a little more perturbed if there was just like some skeletons with like swords through them stuck to a wall or some shit like that.
But there-
if you start seeing
but
that,
there
Guys
are-
in the
there
giblets. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
When
Did
they-
you?
The
Were
ones
they-
that were hung up
when they
inside.
get-
when they get
inside,
when they get inside, yeah. Oh,
they're
all right.
like
I wouldn't go any farther than that. You're right.
I mean, I assume these remains are there because they were stabbed.
I mean,
Right?
maybe it's possible.
I
Who
assume.
knows?
Why else? Yeah. There was like helmets and shit.
Yeah. Or shot with
I think
crossbows.
we're finding out I would die in a castle because I'm stupid and would just keep going.
I actually think if I came across something like this in real life, I would assume it was a movie set and not real. I'd be like, oh, this is like
That's a good point.
Yeah.
skeletons and swords and stuff
That's a
like
good
that.
point.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'd be like,
It depends where you are.
Yeah.
If I was in Spain and I came across it, I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to go in here. This seems real.
in the countryside.
Sure. Anywhere out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I believe they find Elizabeth Bathory's casket,
Yeah.
They do.
and Erica is very excited.
Very excited.
But
I mean, pretty cool find.
yeah, like you found it. Congratulations! Oh, and the grave of Waldemar Daninsky, which has the two grave robbers in it,
Yeah.
which doesn't really freak anybody out too much. I don't
Wait,
think.
did they all find that one or did they split up?
I think they
They
split up.
split up
Yeah,
because Erica and the other one go off and find Elizabeth Bathory, but
Yeah. Karen goes
Karen
off.
stays and finds Wolfman grave. Right?
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other one who we can't name because we can't remember her name. Because I remember her blank stare, and I was like, "You're looking at dead people in a grave," and she was just like, "Hey, look at that! There's dead people in this grave."
Maybe
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
found it and then the other two left and she stayed with it. I don't know.
Mm.
Something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But Karen was off on her own and she.
Yeah, at one point they separate.
Yeah.
And Karen, right, the innocent of the group, I assume, wanders outside and turns around and, oh my God, there's a man standing in the window of this castle, and it's Waldemar Daninsky, and he's pointing his crossbow directly at her.
With smoke behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is his
the
introduction
smokes of Satan
into the
are supposed to be
movie.
coming out of
Mhm.
this castle, according to legend.
Right. And so then she falls into a shallow grave.
She falls 2 feet and they make it sound like she fell 20.
Yeah.
Which is her.
Yeah, she gets knocked unconscious by stepping in a pothole, basically.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah. But hey,
Yeah.
the ground's hard.
But this is how love stories begin.
I mean, all the best
Yeah.
ones.
I
Right?
feel like this incident happens in every Paul Naschy movie. She's like, yes, she will fall over and then she will fall in love with me and we will be lovers for the rest of the movie.
Right.
Until such events require me to go kill things. I
Makes
feel like
sense.
that's most of his movies.
That does
Especially if
tend to
he's
happen.
in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's usually the scene where he has to save. Actually, there's a couple other ones that they do have the him saving a woman from the brigands on the road.
What are the brigands? Just
The
the bandits?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that's right. I'm in the
brigands.
wrong part of the world. The bandits in on the road, right? In Spain.
Yes.
I don't even know what they would be called. The highwaymen. No.
Mm,
Anyway, so
the brigands.
where are we? We're at dinner. At dinner. So he takes the
yes.
three women,
Right.
Oh, yeah,
the two
yeah.
women,
Yeah.
to dinner where
Oh,
it's
yes.
a shot. It
Grapes
seems
and
like
tea.
heavily inspired by the 1979 Dracula,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
where he's got candles everywhere. Because now we're like, where are we? Because he's got like a spread, and he
Mhm.
has a maid,
Yeah.
servant
Right.
girl,
Yeah.
disfigured from a fire
Mhm.
or something,
Yeah.
whose backstory I never really got.
No, didn't know what her deal was.
They mentioned it.
Yeah,
She did explain it to Karen.
He tells the story.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
Like he
make
fo-
or she
found
tells
her-
the story. It doesn't really make sense.
Found her when she was young, decided to help
So,
her
like,
out. And
So he
protect her.
found her in the 1600s.
I like where this is going, Holly. Step me through this.
Okay, so he found her in the 1600s, right? And she like
I'm unclear on that because she's with us now. Was she
but
resurrected?
he just came out of the grave.
Did he bring her back to life?
That's what I'm assuming.
okay.
How
Because
did
he
doesn't
just
seem
came
to-
he just came out of the grave like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And suddenly he has a maid with glass and china and grapes. And I don't know how he got all these things unless there's some sort of like spell that when he woke up, his servant woke up too.
because that
I
would
don't know.
also
I'll go with
imply,
it.
right?
Black
Because
magic. That's all I
I love where this goes, because originally I guess I was thinking that, the maid is of the modern world, and somehow she fell in with him and owes him, blood debt or life debt or whatever, right?
But it would have had to have happened within an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she at least knows where the grocery store is.
I mean, it is possible that he is like, oh fuck, I'm awake. What do I do? And he's wandering through the woods and comes across her, and he's like, help me, I'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
That could have happened, I guess. But
Yeah.
she's very devoted to him for only knowing him for an hour.
Right.
That's why I assume this is like a she woke up when he woke up situation.
Right.
But
And just going
she's-
on time, I would agree
Yeah,
with
'cause
that.
she's very loyal to him already.
It's all
Yeah.
very quick.
Well, she's in love with him, but
Yeah,
she is
and apparently,
disfigured.
but she's ugly.
apparently everyone falls in love with him within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
This is
This is what I'm
also-
saying. This is Paul Naschy's
That
idea.
also happens in Paul
Yeah.
Naschy movies.
Everyone will love me. I'll wear the pirate shirt. I'll unbutton it a little bit. It'll be good.
Uh-huh.
looks like Barry Gibb.
Looks like very good.
So, but he has dinner with the other two girls, and
'cause
Erica,
Karen is in bed because she fell in the pothole.
right?
Yeah.
And Erica is onto him like right away, like, you know who that was? That was, and the other girl's like, don't say the name. I don't believe you. This is all crazy. There's no werewolves and all that. And like, no, she's like, that's Waldemar Daninsky.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the next major thing that happens is either
She turns on her friend.
right, they go down to
These flips happen real quick.
Yeah.
It feels like we're missing a little bit of footage from this movie because there's big jumps
Mm-hmm.
in which two characters are together, and then one of those characters is strung up naked above a grave.
Right.
Yeah.
Is the next cut.
Yep. Right.
No,
Yep.
she was hypnotizing her.
Oh, she was
Right, but
hypnotizing
it's also
him.
like a lot. It's a
lot
big jump to
happens.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big
know?
jump.
and it happens a couple times.
Was that intercut with the love scene with
Which one?
Waldemar and Karen, because they are madly in love, and we're like,
Oh yeah, a day later, within 12 hours, they're just like, "You are the love of my life.
yeah,
Thank you for being here."
Mhm.
I'm just like, are you just taking advantage of a woman who hit her head? That's what you're doing.
Yes.
yeah, because I mean, like they were missing the the getting to know you anything. It,
The
like,
courtship?
Yeah, the courtship. It just like happens that because I think they're even talking about it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like those people that start dating and then like 2 weeks later they're engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
oh, no.
yeah, it's
She's
true
our-
love.
Because she's already like, I'll go with you wherever. I'll stay with you. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You were at a pool like an hour ago. What's
Yeah.
happening? With
Some Spaniards.
with some Spaniards, some attractive Spaniards.
Now you're in a broken down castle with a dude who
Yeah.
might be from a different
I bet
time. Like,
he's very intriguing because he might be from another time. No, I don't know.
I
what
mean,
the
he dresses
appeal
like
of
he is. And,
yeah.
yeah. You don't come upon that kind of mysterious man a lot in your life. So
Right.
you're just going for it.
Maybe that's how you do it. You got to dress like you're from. Like,
I don't think it's going to work for us, Colin.
What about with a crossbow? Okay,
That might be
so-
better.
You need to
Um,
look more like Barry Gibb.
Okay,
If you're at a con, yeah.
so I want to say that actually I think the love scene does come later because I think our scene in which Erica takes the other friend
Mhm.
down to the casket sarcophagus
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then hypnotizes her and then
Mhm.
strings her up naked above the thing, slits her
Yeah.
throat. She bleeds all
So
over.
this
the
just happens a
casket.
lot with Elizabeth Bathory.
I
From
guess.
everything
I
I've
guess,
ever
man.
seen from it between this and
You're gonna say
Eli Roth's
Hostile Part Two.
Hostile Part 2.
I'm like, did he see this movie?
That's what I was thinking. He had to have, right? Unless
has
it's
to
just
be
written in
other
the
shots.
lore of it that she does this a lot.
I
strings
mean,
them up
it
and-
was. I mean, it was the lore that she bathed in the blood of virgins and
Right.
stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
that is her,
Yeah.
legend or whatever.
Yeah.
But
But
Like,
how she does it
cinematically,
seems to be...
how many have we? I don't know.
Yeah.
I took that scene. There is a very similar scene to that in the second Hammer Dracula movie. Oh, of
Hmm.
course, it's a guy and he's clothed, but the
Mm.
Dracula's servant clocks this guy over the head and strings him up, and he bleeds over the casket. And I'm like, okay, well, that's where he got the inspiration
Oh,
for
yeah.
how
Yeah.
to do this.
I remember that scene.
Was it?
was it on the tomb that had Dracula written out on it?
Yeah,
I remember that.
right. I think maybe he had opened it. I can't remember if there was dust inside. And he'd be like, it was
Yeah.
Dracula.
When they open it,
Prince of Darkness.
Dracula's in there, like fully in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brings back Dracula. So
Yeah.
we have the resurrection of Countess Elizabeth Bathory.
mhm.
Bathory.
costume design is interesting because her silhouette is always what is that
Got the headpiece,
that
yeah.
she's got
That's a
going on?
French hood.
Ooh.
Okay. A French hood. So she's markedly different than everybody
known a few
else
French
when you
hoods in
see
my
the
day.
silhouette. Okay. Played by, I think she was she French, or her name is Julie Saley, and I guess she would have been in a bunch of like Spanish horror movies of the period. So I don't know, maybe she's Spanish. I don't know.
Hard to tell from the dubbing on this movie.
Right.
Right.
She's in another Paul Naschy movie, actually, like one of my favorites. It's called Panic Beats, and she's also in that. So,
Did Paul Naschy ever do any modern day movies? Like,
Yeah.
well, not because it's set in modern day according to that time, but like modern day, like, was he ever in a city playing a cop or something? Like, you know what I mean? Just, you know,
I don't
something normal.
outside of his like horror movie roles, I'm not sure, to be honest with you,
It
because
doesn't feel like he does.
right, they're
Or
like,
he is, but wearing the same gear and
Like
kind of acting
like
the same
a
way.
grizzled detective or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
he ever do that?
I think he
like it.
played Jesus once.
Of
That makes
course
sense.
He did.
That makes
Of course
sense.
he did.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I know when he was older, I think like those ones take place. In
Okay,
cities and
yeah,
stuff.
that one makes
I'm
sense.
sure there's some
But he's a
city stuff in there.
no, but he's a swashbuckler at heart.
Yeah,
it
that's
would
what it feels
seem.
like. Yeah. So she's back, but I think the scenes that interrupt, that we're cutting away to, is there are murders happening on the countryside.
One or two.
Oh, right, because this is a werewolf movie.
That's right. The Wolfman
Oh
is
shit!
back.
I forgot.
Yeah, I often forgot while watching this that this was a werewolf
That's a weird movie because it's
And he's on screen a lot.
no, we get a
You'll still
lot.
forget.
We get
Yeah.
a lot of werewolf.
Yeah.
Then we get no werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just a little bit more werewolf at the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's out running around killing people, just randos.
Just randomly,
Mhm.
just like doing that werewolf run across town and just whoever he finds.
Yeah. So I think the red shirts include there's a guy and
Oh,
his girl.
That are shipping cigarettes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The bootleggers.
Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Like illegal cigarettes and all that? Even
Yeah.
in like New
Mhm.
York and shit?
Yeah, no.
No, you don't remember the whole
Remember that?
Oh, there was a whole
Was I
thing
there
with
for
illegal
it?
cigarettes and the trade and all that stuff.
Yeah.
back in the day.
And
Beverly
when?
Hills Cop. I saw it.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Oh,
80s,
Yeah.
70s.
Um,
No, I wasn't around yet.
so
No, I
these-
mean, neither was I, but
I don't doubt you. I'm sure that actually happened.
all right, I'll look it up and I'll find it.
Yeah,
I'll send
no,
it to
no,
you.
no, I'm
At
sure it's a
2 in the
thing.
morning. I'm going to
Yeah,
send you an
okay.
article.
So right, there's like this guy, the cigarette, fraudulent cigarette
Cigarette
sellers.
runners.
Yeah.
So they, like everybody else, always seems to just camp in maybe a barn or like,
They're in like ruins, like more ancient ruins.
That's
that
just
are-
what you do?
Those are the barns of Spain.
yeah.
Is it just because everybody's just walking across the Spanish countryside and like parking wherever they just like, okay,
think
I'm
so.
done walking.
I
Because-
guess.
I mean, yeah, they're just like they're setting up camp for the night.
Unless
There's
you're in
never
a desert.
horse or a car.
Mm.
I mean, there might have been a horse like around the corner from
Yeah.
the ruins. They were like inside or whatever.
Yeah, just because we didn't see it.
We just didn't.
They're
see
like,
it.
well, we have to
Because
stay
they
here.
said that they had like a wagon that they were transporting these things.
Yeah, I
Still,
imagine there'd
this
be
is
something.
weird for the 80s.
Yes, it is really weird for the
This
80s.
makes it feel, of a different time.
right.
Right, because for every 70s movie I've seen where like the gangsters are in cars, stay in cities, have trucks full of
Right,
cigarettes.
right.
These people are horse and carriaging cigarettes through the Spanish desert side.
The slowest way to move
Yeah.
contraband ever.
Like, wow.
I know. So it's like it's atmosphere, right? Is that what they're going for? It's like he wanted to make a period movie, but some producer was like, yeah, I don't know if the period films are going to go over well in like
Yeah.
1981.
Mm-hmm.
So 1981, where this movie comes out,
Mhm.
right, is the year that The Howling comes out, is the year that
Yeah.
American Werewolf in London comes out. So like,
They didn't
wow.
have a chance.
yeah.
No.
So the advancement, it's like you will look at any werewolf movie prior to 81 and they're all Wolfman movies, right?
When was Curse of the Werewolf? Which we also watched in
That
the
was
show.
68.
Was it?
66.
That one is
60.
Oh,
really
wow.
fun.
Yeah, the Oliver Reed.
Yeah, the Oliver Reed one that we
Yeah.
watched. Yeah.
But I mean, that was the only way that makeup effects people could turn people into werewolves was Wolfman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So even in the 70s, you had some Wolfman movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But once you hit, the effects era, latex air bladders and stuff like that, it was like that was pretty much the goose was cooked.
Yeah.
So this is like, even though he made, what are we saying, like 3 more of these movies, right? Like after this, where he turned into but he does the transformation via
falling behind furniture and then popping back up with more fur in his face.
No, popping through the furniture.
He does eventually do that.
Yes, through
It's inner and outer struggle, as it would be, because this man struggles in real time.
Mhm.
Not much of a transformation.
Trashes his room.
He really does.
He goes out of his way to trash his room. He lifts
does.
up candelabras and like throws them
Yeah.
around, throws
He's
stuff
like-
in the fire.
Yeah.
Well, if you had to
he's
turn into an
raging.
insatiable werewolf every full moon, wouldn't you be pissed? I'd be breaking shit everywhere.
Yeah, but if you know this is coming, why are you not locking yourself up in like a safe room?
Right.
I mean,
Why
no, that's very
you're
true.
destroying your house and burning
Yeah.
it half down every 30 days.
Yeah, you
Like,
can chart this shit and
Yeah.
figure out when it's coming.
exactly.
Well, it seemed like he did it 2 nights in a row there, I think,
Yeah.
during or where like the second night is when Karen, or his true love now, wanders out of her sick bed and down into the library or wherever that was, and he's thrashing around and turns into
Mhm.
a werewolf. I
Yeah.
don't think that he attacked her.
No.
Right?
He
No,
jumps through
but
a window.
He jumped out through the window. to get away.
which
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I did just before this. I was like, "Do we get a transformation scene?" I asked Colin. He's like, "Well, yes, yes,
Which is not the answer you want to hear.
yeah."
You don't want to hear.
No, you want to hear? Oh, of
Yeah,
course we do.
kinda.
You're just like, yeah, we do.
Well, they-
And so it's all on Paul Naschy and his acting ability to sell this.
Yes.
yeah.
He's raging out. Yep.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it in stages, which I think is what you need. There has to be some kind. You got to go through some kind of physical.
There should
thing.
be some progression. For
Yeah.
a while there, it's just him in the middle of a room going,
His hands get hairy.
ah.
Yeah,
There-
well,
there are-
physically, I guess he gets
Yeah.
like, but his
There are two
performance doesn't
things
change it.
I've noticed in this movie is the change to werewolf is a really fucking long time.
Yep.
And death is a really fucking long
Yes.
time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everyone
Rolls
takes
around.
They're all
Everyone takes-
they're
I
they're
thought
all
of-
Paul Rubensing this.
They're all Paul Rubens. That's exactly what I thought about.
All doing it.
That's all I thought about.
Everyone.
I was like, did he see this movie and that's what he's doing? 'Cause
Maybe.
every single person that dies, it takes them fucking forever to die.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm just waiting for someone to kick the wall because
Yeah.
it was just.
And that's
That was
yeah.
pretty much
that's
what it was
forever
like.
our
Yeah.
touchstone.
What's her name at the end? It really does.
It really felt
play
like that.
that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Drama.
Well, there are, and in addition to that transformation, we also get one later on where you get the layers of makeup applied over the
Yeah,
Yeah.
even into the
dissolve.
80s, we're just like, just dissolve.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
he's there, Edelmore, dissolve. Edelmore, dissolve.
It's old school. He's still an old school kind of guy,
Mhm.
Yep.
trapped in the past, and that's probably. Although this was the first werewolf movie I think that he had done with this character in like 7 years, so that's why it was called, the Return of the El
Gotcha.
Hombre Lobo in Spain.
Gotcha.
That's a big deal.
Big
Paul
deal.
Naschy's coming back. I don't know if it was a big deal. When it
he
came out
thought,
here, it
he
was
thought
called-
it was,
Yeah.
if nothing else.
Well, it got a budget. I guess it's better
Did it?
budgeted than the other one.
What is the budget on this?
I don't know, but I mean, it looks better than the other ones. I'm
Okay.
just
All
for
right.
having
All right.
seen
All right.
them, I'm like, okay, this looks a little better. And this was released in the United States, yes, as a movie called, because The Howling is out. This is called The Craving.
Oh,
boy.
no.
But that's not okay. That could be anything, though.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't
It
sound
sounds
like.
more like a vampire movie,
does.
honestly, than a
Well-
werewolf.
Really
movie.
does.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they're onto something.
I was like, that's actually apt for this.
yeah, that's not bad.
Mhm.
But it also doesn't connotate, I don't think, werewolf, but whatever.
Right.
No.
So there's vampires in this movie also.
Quite a few.
Quite
while
a
he's
few.
going around killing rando people and
Mhm.
feeling bad about it
Well,
the
yeah.
next day.
They're monsters. They're just like, I didn't want this to happen.
Yep.
See, I
There's
feel like that's maybe why I like vampires more because they have like a legit reason to be killing.
Yeah. More so than just
Yeah.
an uncontrolled.
Werewolves are just like uncontrolled rage.
Yeah.
Vampires are like, they have a reason they're doing this.
Right. And they're a little more eloquent about it, or they can be.
They
anyway.
want to do this.
Yeah, they want to do it.
that makes them more evil.
Mhm.
I think so.
Yeah.
For the world,
In a way that you can
curse.
appreciate maybe a little bit more.
Right. Because I don't know how to feel about a wolf man.
Yeah.
It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Which
He's
which
supposed to
was
be just like the ultimate tragic figure, you know?
Yeah.
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 but not knowing how to feel is pretty much how he felt during this movie, as we said, like who are we rooting for?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
because
In a
he's
movie where we
never-
just have bad people.
He's
Yeah.
never in like a real ethical dilemma over the killings that he does. Like the best
Right.
Wolfman movies, it's like, I'm a good person, but there's this horrible thing and I learned I'm doing it. I'm responsible,
Mhm.
This
Usually
one,
they're horrified by
this one feels more like he's just like, oh, I don't want Karen to hate me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And Karen doesn't hate him.
My mom and
She's
dad
like,
would be
oh,
so
you poor
mad at me,
bastard.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's terrible that you have to go through this. But there's vampires around. So these Countess Bathory
Bathory.
ends up putting the bite on Erica,
Yeah.
and she puts the bite on the
Erica's friend?
girl Erica's friend,
Yeah.
and eventually the
Sorry.
scullery maid.
Yes.
Is that what you're calling her?
I don't know.
The half-faced one?
Yeah, the half-faced woman.
Okay.
There, this is better.
Scullery maid.
The half-faced woman.
Mhm.
So they all become vampires, and
I like them as that triumvirate of vampires, like, or at least some of the cool scenes with them like coming out of the caskets, and then just the camera work in these moments where they're just kind of moving past them as they all go back and everything. What they do with them is very cool. I like those three.
I mean, I don't think the cinematography and the production design are the problems with this movie.
I
It's
agree.
actually
Yeah.
cool.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
always looks awesome.
Yeah, especially when they're going up that
Yeah.
the stairs with the fog and they're just
Yeah.
getting the bright light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's some stuff in here
I
that looks
know.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
because he always like seems to find a pale blue light. Like I think they're wearing like pale makeup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's like a blue underlight that he always seems to find, and maybe like a backlit white light with fog behind them,
Yeah.
like all the time. And you're like,
Mhm.
that's actually looks so cool.
Mhm.
So
cool stuff.
atmosphere on this movie is like, pretty thick.
Yeah, no problems there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Michaela nailed it. That's not the problem.
Yeah. So, so the one, so I think the one vampire friend whose name we can't remember.
Okay.
At some
The one who
point,
got strung up.
right.
Yeah.
She ends up like
Karen
attacking
kills
Karen
her. Yeah,
from
yeah.
out of the walls. Like they're jumping out of the walls.
Yeah.
The terror like
Yeah.
explodes from
Oh,
the
yeah.
tapestries.
hmm
And,
I can't help but think of Last Crusade.
and,
to see the tapestries.
um, and yeah,
Come and call a sniffle.
somehow she got the drop on her. What
Yeah.
she?
Well, when you come out
She-
of again,
yeah,
just behind the
Because
tapestries.
she had the silver dagger, and she went to bite her neck, and she stabbed her.
Why did she have the
Yeah.
silver dagger? Was Waldemar going like you got to hold on to the silver
He's,
dagger?
he like put her in charge of it.
He had her like hold on to it. It's like next to her bed.
Because for a good like 20 minutes, she's sitting. Well, she's sitting at the thing with the dagger on the table and just kind of like worried about what's going on. She gets up, she paces, she sits back down.
yeah, I think he's kind of like charged her with like if anything goes wrong.
It's like he put her
Right?
in that area. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. He put her in that area. I'm gonna be up here because he puts a stake under a pillow and he's like, I'm gonna wait. If they come to you, be down here with the dagger and everything, and
Yeah.
I'll try and kill him up here. This whole time I'm like, they're in the basement, Colin. They're just in the basement, and
Colin
these people
was
are
in-
living above them,
Colin
and I
was in
don't know
denial
why.
about this.
I was.
Yeah.
Right,
I was,
until it
'cause
was
they-
made
they-
apparently clear.
They go out of a door into the smoky blue night.
Right.
You know,
It's
when
just
they're
that the
going out.
basement and the rest of the house are connected. They have to go
Yeah.
outside to go in.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
these people are living together.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I was wondering why is everyone just staying here and just being all cool about it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's because they don't know where they are.
Well, there's
until
much
they do.
talk about like we're going to set off today and go and find out where these vampires could be.
A lot of talk
seeking
and then no
their
action
refuge.
whatsoever.
Nothing
They
happened.
get up, they talk, they say that, they go back to bed, get attacked, get up, say it again, go back to bed, get attacked.
Yeah, because we should say at one point Karen is bit by Elizabeth Bathory.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
Yeah.
sneaks in the middle of the night.
So
and-
she's in that weird like Twilight phase of I'm not a vampire yet, but I'm kind of vampire.
Right.
Yeah.
but she seems to like to look at the
She
bite
loves
wounds
it,
in
yeah.
the
She's
mirror.
real
Right.
proud of
That's
it.
a nice new
Is it?
accessory.
Yeah. It's like,
Real
ooh,
proud.
look at my new accessory. It occurs to me
It's the latest fashion.
that I believe the cross dagger had some kind of mythological thing with it where like he had to be stabbed by the woman he loves.
That is
with
what they're
or someone who
saying.
loves him has to stab him
Yeah.
with this in
Yeah.
the heart. So that's why he gives her the thing. He's like, at some point you're going to have to kill me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But not until
right.
I've taken care of this,
Yeah.
evil
I
vampire
need
foe.
to get rid of the vampire horde, and then you can kill me.
Right. This is the moment of time where it's like 40 minutes. We don't get any more werewolf. Like for what I thought was going to be a werewolf movie, he goes away for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
There were no random killings. So there was a random killing of the fake priest. So I was like, what the hell is happening here? Waldemar and Karen are in a room full of candles, as you do. And it's a very nicely appointed old-timey drawing room, it seemed like. And there's two guys that they're talking to who are talking about the rampaging. There's vampires and werewolves on the road now. And like, everybody has to be safe. And I'm like, this is, so to me, it read like, okay, they are actually going out and doing what they said they're going to do. They're going to go out into the community and they're looking for these vampires, and they've encountered somebody who took the bit of it and telling them about it. In hindsight, I think those guys were casing the joint. Like they were thieves pretending to be a minister.
Based on their conversation in the barn later?
In the barn, because I'm like, where did that take place? Is that the barn like right outside? I
would assume so.
So they come over to the house, knock, 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 and because he's a nobleman who lives, like, this is a guy who's come back from the dead who, like, does anybody know he's there? Apparently, they show up at the door and have dinner and have a conversation about the vampires. It's like they're going to seek his protection as the, the nobleman of the area.
I didn't quite understand their purpose and what was going on, because they show up out of nowhere. They're not really needed. Like
I also forgot this happened.
Yeah, because Karen's in the corner like reading a book. She looks over and they're just talking, and then then they die the next scene. So they don't really matter.
Yeah, but it's more werewolf action. Okay.
Action. Yeah.
He comes in. Well, his whole thing is, he goes rawr, rawr, and he drools, a lot, and then he sneaks up on somebody usually and bites them on the neck.
Yep.
Over and over and over and over again. That's kind of the modus operandi of the Wolfman. What do we think of the Wolfman makeup effects?
It's very hairy.
Very hairy.
Really dark hair, especially in the face too. But I kind of like that the eyes pop out against like the dark hair.
He's got good eyes.
Yep.
It felt very like Oliver Reed. It felt sort of closer to the Curse of the Werewolf makeup. It's good. I like it. I don't have any problems with it.
Nothing groundbreakingly new here. Kind of
Show
what
them,
you
like,
would
the
expect.
ears.
So they are cute ears. They're like small round.
It
ears.
is funny what the different werewolf variations. You get ones that have the higher ears, the ones that are in and go back.
This
and
one had
everything.
like cat ears.
Yeah, it feels more cat-like when they do that. So it's a little more. I think it tends to be a little more goofy when they do that, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't really have any big complaints about it. He's a werewolf. I believed it.
Would it have been better if they did something contacts for the eyes?
Always.
Yeah.
It's always better.
Yeah.
I had a moment. I've seen this movie before, but for some reason tonight, it's one of those things that like strikes you, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't unsee this. I could see like, okay, he's wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then his face is painted with fur. And I was like, for the rest of the movie, I was like, shit, I cannot unsee that.
No,
that is a man wearing a big furry helmet.
Big fur helmet. Yeah.
It broke it for me.
Sometimes
I've seen it before and I never saw that, but now it was like, huh.
Yep.
Okay, so
the man looks like a werewolf. He's got the fur up to his eyes and his beard and everything. So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys remember in like the 90s and the 2000s, those two twin brothers in Mexico that had that werewolf syndrome, and they had like the fur growing on their face or the hair growing on their face. Just cast one of those people in a movie and save on your makeup department.
Right,
you know?
the Wolf Boys of Mexico or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was on the Guinness World Records show and everything. Yep.
So there will be a showdown between the werewolf and the vampire woman, which I think is orchestrated by Karen, right? I think has been bitten, and so she has been charged by Countess Bathory to like put the bite on him. No, because like evil Erica shows up, in his bedroom.
Right.
And
he's going to stake her, but then
Well, she puts the zap on him.
Yep.
Which I kind of found this amusing because like she's a vampire and all you got to do is bite him. But she doesn't. She makes out with him for a little while.
Yeah.
Right?
Because Paul Naschy said so probably.
Because Paul Naschy. She can't resist.
Yeah.
And then, I think she's about to get necking with him. And Karen shows up and she's like, and she flips out and runs out of the room. And then Paul Naschy's like, I'm waking up from a dream. And she's not like, so what was going on in here? What were you doing with it? You know, like I never have. Like, I was asleep. She put the zap on. So, but they do eventually kill Erica. It seems to me she gets a crucifix burned to her head at one point.
Yeah,
she flipped out, she throws shit around. And that happened again in the dungeons.
He stakes the maid.
Right.
His
once we get back down there, he does stake her first.
In the dungeons, the crypts.
Yeah.
Because then he wakes up. Yeah. What's her? Karen clocks him on the back of the head and he wakes up and he's like, they're in the basement.
Yeah.
Again, another weird thing.
She clocked him and left him.
Yeah.
Like there was
left him to wake up. It's like,
he was busy reading. You could have just like left and he wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
Right. There were ways to defeat him as a werewolf. They even talk about it. It's like the staff of this cane is made of silver. We can make bullets out of this.
Yeah. Which I love that she's like, we can make. Do you have a foundry?
Yeah, I know.
How do you make
how do you
bullets?
do this? You're gonna melt it down?
Yeah.
But then, he does go to the basement. He does stake his servant.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that there's a fight. He fights with Erica, and she falls into like a box, and like a shard of wood pierces her skin.
And this is the Paul Rubens death.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She rolls under like a ledge. She rolls like 6 feet away from where she
does roll
got
around
poked.
a bit.
Yeah.
They're screaming.
Yeah.
They're
It's
good.
great.
I thought this was great. She's great as this vampire. Great as this vampire dying. Like, it's pretty like feral at this point.
Yeah.
As
Feral,
when they go out.
she really is.
Yeah, they're good.
And we haven't also mentioned that the Countess can levitate stuff. That's like part of her powers. So she's like, and she also has resurrected a zombie henchman who looks like one of the blind dead.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't do anything, I don't think, through the entire movie.
He tries to choke Paul Naschy, and then I think he just takes him out, or Paul Naschy takes him out.
Yeah.
And he like throws him back in his own grave. Yeah.
And then sets him on fire with a torch, I think. And then there's Paul Naschy, the full moon shining through the window as he's trying to, mete out justice. And so he unfortunately turns into a werewolf, as he's trying to save his girlfriend. This is bad. She's there, but she's unconscious, I want to say, right?
Yeah, he like pulls her out and sets her up against a stone wall and sets the dagger next to her. And then he goes after Elizabeth Bathory, who rises out of her.
And the battle royale begins.
Shot in a lot of slow-mo.
I think
which I liked.
Yeah?
Yeah. I liked
it. Does it give it more weight when... So it's always like... I mean, I remember Lon Chaney would do this too when he fought Frankenstein, right? There was a lot... The werewolf always like goes up on a bunch of boxes or crates.
Jumps
Yeah. But this one, they jump down in slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like...
I like the slow motion stuff.
Yeah,
I was a fan. She's got a wild look to her when she's fighting that comes across well in the slow motion stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She looks wild as a vampire. She just looks crazy.
Yeah, and she's flinging him into stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like Avengers style. It's whatever. It's 80s. Like we're doing this for real on sets that would breakaway shit. But they are flinging themselves.
Even so, like when he picks her up and throws her into that barrel that eventually pierces, or the other one, like that looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
You know how they have like rage rooms where you can like just smash a bunch of stuff to get your rage out? Where's my like stunt room where I can like jump through a sugar glass window and like. Yeah, get thrown into like a crate that's gonna break away.
That'd be fun.
Like I want to do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I want to be the object that smashes shit.
Yeah. Exactly. Let me experience what it's like.
Do we create it?
Maybe,
I think we need to contact Hal Needham and like figure out some stunt shit.
So many lawsuits.
Did you guys?
So many.
Well, you sign a waiver.
SNL
That's all you
did a
need.
gag recently where like the punchline was just people falling down the stairs in ridiculous ways, and the way they had this set up was that there was like a mattress on the ground. And then they had 2 crew members moving the front and back of the staircase to create the illusion of it going down the stairs. So you can imagine what they were doing, like just jumping up and down on this mattress. So it looks like they're making ridiculous backflips going down the stairs. Like that would also be, let me fall downstairs as a stuntman and see what that is like.
It'd be fun. Jump into that big pile of boxes.
Let me get thrown by an explosion and see what that feels like.
Yeah. Every now and again, Conan would have people on his show that were stunt people, and he would like get stuck in the wires and everything, and they get pulled through a wall and shit. Yeah, always pretty fun. Looked like fun.
I want to try it.
What would we call it?
Michaela, I will throw you through whatever you want me to throw.
Cool. Sounds good.
Just sign the waiver.
Yeah.
So yeah, because
and it would just be called Stunt Rooms.
Stunt Room.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
want to do the one where you there's two people carrying a large plate of glass across a road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you crash into it.
But yeah, crash into it. I also want to do just like going through a banner that same way too. How like a banner they just finished for a parade or something and you ruin it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
On a bike.
Yeah, on a
yeah,
bike.
there you
Yep.
go.
Yep. Maybe they're carrying a giant cake that you
Yes.
can crash through. That
Yep.
would also be fun.
I want to land in a fruit delivery truck or like a produce delivery
Oh yeah, I want to go
truck
off a bridge. Off a bridge
into
onto
a
something
tomato truck.
soft. Yeah. That'd be
Yep,
fun.
yep.
That'd be good. Yeah. Got a time
See,
right
that's
going
kind
over
of
a
like a
bridge.
foam pit, right? You could make a foam pit retrofit it to look like a food truck.
Yeah.
You know,
It sounds like this would be like a vacation, right? Like this is
Oh, yeah,
like
a whole
the
experience.
game.
okay.
Yeah, it would be the game.
where
Yeah,
it's like guess
basically.
what I got you for your birthday.
Yeah, you're gonna fall off a building.
I mean, in Vegas, they let you rent bulldozers to break shit. So I feel like if any place is going to do this, Las Vegas is all about wish fulfillment. This is my wish.
There we go.
I like it.
Stunts, yeah.
I like
Some
it.
shit.
I did think it looked kind of dangerous, even at the end where he throws Bathory into her coffin.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
that
that
would
was
hurt.
rough.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
boom.
if you miss, I mean, that looks like a wooden
That
coffin.
was like WWE throwing someone on a table.
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Dropped her in
It
there.
did
I'm
not
like,
look
look at
soft.
padding inside it. But
He got
I
her
mean,
right in there, but the landing did not look soft.
At
Yeah.
least on that take, he did.
Yeah,
So
true.
there was also that visual of her getting like completely covered in a blood rain.
Yeah, they
really
cut
was
another
like,
one's
oh.
throat and they just dump blood on her.
Yeah.
Like just oh
Like, okay, here it comes.
wow.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So she's dead, and then I do believe that Karen is now cured of the vampire plague, and
Yeah.
so she takes the dagger to go stab the wolf man.
Would she also have gotten the werewolf plague? Because
Right.
she got bit by the werewolf.
I know. That's how it ended.
He did die, and so that she was
But he bites her, and so
right.
as there,
So I was wondering, I'm like, is she going to be like vampire and werewolf
Yeah,
and
what
all that?
happens
Like,
if you get bit by both? Do they cancel each other out? Do they?
no, I think you become some weird
you
hybrid.
become the guy from Underworld.
Yeah, that's
I was
true.
thinking of Underworld
That's
a
true.
lot watching this movie. I'm like, it's vampires versus
But-
werewolves.
Why
But
have
in
we
this,
never watched
but
that
in
on
this
this
scenario,
show?
she's cured of the vampirism first,
Right.
and
Yep.
then bitten by the werewolf.
That
Right.
Yeah.
sucks. She had a brief window of normalcy.
Yeah.
But then
So-
he dies.
Bye.
And she stabs him. Like, oh, it's so sad she's stabbing him.
Yeah,
But then she dies.
Yeah, she bleeds out and dies.
But at least she has the wherewithal to throw a torch into
Yeah,
the
fire it up.
the coffin of a Bathory, and so
Yeah,
she
put an end to
burns. And so they are all dead
Yeah.
at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
End.
It literally says "end funky music."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
Get
does.
out.
And then it gets to Paul Naschy will return in Doomsday
Yeah.
at the very end of it. 'Cause he apparently comes back as this character, what, 3 more times?
3 more
Yeah.
times.
So there
Yeah.
you go.
Good for him.
I don't know what the
Good for him.
titles are of the other 3, but we should have that for you. Okay. Well, that is Night of the Werewolf. Now we're going to go around the table and tell you what we thought of it. But first, we're going to answer some of your mail. And in order to do that, we're going to have to summon our mailman, Igor. Bring us the mail.
Masters, the mail. I've got the mail. So many letters. Our followers are rising.
I thank you, Igor.
Do you think he's been to any of these castles?
He's got relatives
Yeah.
there. I would think so. Yeah, he's-
Trapdoor in my basement.
Gotcha.
Like,
He
comes
seems-
out in a castle.
I was going to say, yeah. What's the connection? Is there a portal? He
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
Spanish, Igor. A little
Right?
bit.
Parts
a little
of
bit
him.
A
something.
little bit
Yeah.
Spanish. Yeah. I'd like to know his 23andMe. I really would.
I mean, he's centuries old.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You'd have to get one for each part of his body,
Mhm.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
And how would you swab that?
No,
Oh.
there's multiple
I'm
openings.
going to leave that to you to
So-
swab Igor.
Mhm.
Pass. Okay, so I guess we should let the folks at home or on the road know how they can participate on this interactive portion of our show by following along on Facebook
Facebook.com/Saturday Freak Show.
or on X
At Sat Freak Show.
or by email
SaturdayFreakShow@yahoo.com.
or on Instagram at Saturday Night Freak Show. About tonight's movie, Night of the Werewolf. Travis Legler writes in and says, I love the idea of a werewolf. As far as movies go, I only really got into an American Werewolf London. Wolf, and of course the Monster Squad. I have seen many others and it just doesn't grab me. I love the history of the werewolf movies, how they were all really the starting point of great special effects. I hope this one's a fun time for you. I, of course, will be the dork that every time the word werewolf is said, I will openly respond to no one in particular with there. Wolf. their castle. It says I can already hear Holly's eye roll and head shake.
We saw it. We just saw it. We should do Wolf.
Aren't they making younger Frankenstein or
I don't
very
wanna
young
talk about it.
Frankenstein?
Oh
I don't wanna talk about it.
What's it called?
I think
it's younger
I think it's
Frankenstein.
younger Frankenstein. Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Richard Pulfer says, I need to watch the Paul Naschy films. What's the best intro to his movies? Is it Night of the Werewolf, Curse of the Devil, the Samurai one? What's the Samurai one?
What? All right.
He had a career. I'm telling you.
The man had a career.
He did a bunch of stuff.
Again, there's 2 collections of Paul Naschy movies.
And those are, I mean, there's only like 5 movies per collection.
Like,
so he has a lot more than that. Mike Welch says, love it. You guys, with this selection of this movie, you guys are hitting it out of the park this year. Last week we watched a movie called Ninja Terminator. James Boyce says, okay, so this was Godfrey Ho was the director we were talking about. He also made a movie called Robo Vampire. James Boyce says Robo Vampire holds the distinction of being the worst movie I have ever seen. I often suggest it in user request month. This review helped contextualize my experience and grant me some closure. I'll never suggest Robo Vampire again. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Why did I know about that movie? It's probably because every
Probably
year
at least our
I
fault.
read it as
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you got closure. That's nice.
yeah. Wow. There we go. It's significant. 2 weeks ago, we watched a movie called Masters of the Universe. This would be the 1987 one. And Michael Whitaker says, if you haven't seen it in a while, the G.I. Joe movie, this would be the cartoon one, has a full-on opening musical number.
It's so
Talk
good.
about batshit insane.
It's so good. I can't even. We're watching it after this.
What was it?
The musical intro to the G.I. Joe movie from like 1984 or something like that.
Okay.
The music is so good. I'm going to pull it up on YouTube when we're done recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it. I should have looked up some more Paul Naschy movies, but thank you all for writing in. Now we're going to go around the table and tell you what we thought of tonight's movie, Night of the Werewolf, starting with
Sean. All right. I did like the movie. I have some issues with it. We get to a real big lull in the middle of this movie that I think is not in a very extreme way, but I feel is unforgivable. Like we could be doing more. I like Paul Naschy. I like the idea of the combination of a werewolf movie with Elizabeth Bathory. It surprised me. I like the idea of it. I like what they did with the women vampires of it all, like the way they're shot, the way they're handled. I thought was very cool. Especially some scenes, with the fog and the light and everything. I feel like we're missing some chunks of this movie, and it's real weird. The dubbing there, I think the dubbing is on a scale. I think the dubbing for this movie is very bad. Like there's some dubbing where you can just be like, at least it looks like it's close to what they're saying. Mm-hmm. This is not at all, and it doesn't help me with the movie. It feels like I wanted something closer.
Should we say that that was my doing? Unfortunately, it defaulted to the original Castilian language track. I changed it.
All right,
I've never heard this. I've always listened to the Spanish one before.
Yeah?
So maybe that changes the movie. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe dubbing on these things it's hit or miss. It tends to be this. Yeah, there's been way better dubbing. This didn't feel great. There's some good stuff about this, but it just doesn't do. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it does enough. Although again, werewolves versus vampires in the 1980s. I don't know. It's going to be a soft pass on this one. There was some good stuff in it, just not enough for me to recommend you take your time and watch this movie. Not quite there for Night of the Werewolf. So it's a light pass. Michaela, what'd you think?
I am always happy to explore more werewolf content because I love it, and because we only got it for short bursts of time.
I always forget that you're the werewolf
very
person.
Random
aside from him.
Yeah. And so it was good to finally explore Paul Naschy and learn a little bit more about it. But I don't think there's anything here that you can't get in another werewolf movie experience. Mm-hmm. Too much vampire stuff. But the sets were beautiful. And it was really great to look at. And even like we were talking about the dress Elizabeth Bathory was wearing. Cold Open was so fucking cool. That's why I was like, this is going to be a heavy metal werewolf movie.
Yeah. Yeah, we were into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it never really quite reached that heights for me again. It had too many lulls for a movie that's 90 minutes long. It felt longer than that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was a good educational experience, but I don't think unless you're like a werewolf scholar like me, I don't think you need to watch it. So I'm gonna pass on it.
Yeah, this felt like
a light pass.
This felt like a history lesson.
Yeah.
Like we needed it. It's vegetables, and you know it's good for us.
Cinematic vegetables. Yeah,
we might not.
Yep.
Tell everyone to watch it.
Being a werewolf person and knowing that there's 12 Paul Naschy, are you going to seek out the Waldemar Daninsky?
I would be curious to see what people think is the best and why, and maybe look at those.
Yeah.
But I would absolutely read a listicle of all of his movies ranked. There, you know, like.
And if the next Paul Naschy movie I would want to see, I would want it to be completely different from this.
To get a sense of scope.
To get his range and scope and see what else he could do.
Right,
That's a pretty good set then, because it does kind of go around. And there is like a podcast devoted to him called the Naschy Cast.
I mean, I'll probably listen. I'd rather listen to that. I think.
I think they do commentaries on some of them.
Yeah.
Good for history.
Yeah, exactly. Holly, what'd you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think there's some really great imagery in this, some really beautiful things to look at. Lighting, costumes, sets. There's some great stuff. And I do like the idea of exploring Elizabeth Bathory. I think she's a great character from history that I am surprised we don't see more of. I think that is a really interesting character. I don't know why it was put with a werewolf, but like, because I know why she's put with vampires. That makes sense, and it goes together. Didn't know it was going to be matched with a werewolf. I don't think we needed a werewolf/vampire movie. It didn't seem like it meshed well, clearly, because we all forgot it was a werewolf movie.
For a little bit there.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty boring for most of it. So that's like the cardinal sin is, a boring movie. So I'm also gonna say light pass. I was bored. There's some good stuff to look at. It's a good history lesson, but you probably don't have to check it out. So light pass. Colin, what'd you think?
Yeah, not this one. I'm sure there's an ultimate Paul Naschy movie, but this doesn't feel like it's
I don't know if I found it.
Right. That's why I want you to explore and figure it out and then let us know.
I mean, the two that you, like I said, that I always hear about is, one of the werewolf movies, which is probably, is it Werewolf, the Wolfman versus the Vampire, which sounds like a Rob Zombie album or song. Or Horror Rises from the Tomb. The favorite one that I have seen is one called Panic Beats, which I don't know if I can give this away. I think
don't spoil it.
Right. It becomes a secret sequel to one of his other movies, which I liked, because it was like a psychological thing, but then it had like this extra component to it. I don't know how I feel about Paul Naschy, to be honest with you. I think I respect him as like one of those very eager and very sincere movie fans who, through force of will, gets himself into the business doing the thing that he wanted to do, like obsessively. It's like, this is a kid who watched The Wolfman, was like, I want to be the Wolfman, made himself
became the Wolfman.
Spain's Wolfman, like in pop culture, and then had a career doing a bunch of other stuff. But in Spain, I think, somebody out there is going to have to write in, like, is he like up there with Lon Chaney in Spain's cinematic culture?
Is he a legend?
Yeah, is he a legend there? Because it's hard to gauge from here. Like, you read stuff on him that makes it seem like he's huge, and it's like, okay, but do people actually know who he is? I'm sure cinema people do, and horror fans for sure. This time watching the movie, and it has been a while since I saw it, right? And so I'm watching it knowing that there's 3 other people in the room, and it did play much slower than it has in the past. And I've seen it maybe 2-3 times before, and didn't have that problem. So I don't know if I've changed, if it was just, when you're watching it with people, you're more aware of like, oh, is this playing,
Yeah, you're thinking about what other people are thinking about
it. Just kind of watching it. So by myself, I mean, going off of the other times, I've really liked it as, I think, we've established on the show, I guess, a little bit of the gothic goes a long way for me. And so this has got women in nightgowns, wandering around candelabras,
with candelabras,
down staircases. And it didn't have, I don't think, like the blowing drapes. Right.
We discussed creating a rental service where you can hire women to do this for you. Just walk around your house with candelabras and slinky night gear. Just
and it's got the vampire women look awesome, and some of the effects work of like throwing shit around and freaking out. It's like it's all like really cool. It just comes in these little spurts, and I do remember that was my experience, kind of watching it. Is like you sit and you watch, and then something like cool would happen, and you'd be like, like. I like that, when it would finally come around. Is that enough for me to recommend it to you? I mean, I think yes, but that's me. I mean, you've heard from everybody else, so you'll know who you are if you actually want to check it out. And it was my introduction to Paul Naschy, and it did make me more interested to see some more of his stuff. But like I said, I think his, I don't know, it seems like his range is kind of limited. He does seem to do the same thing a lot. Somebody will correct me and they'll be like, well, you got to see this movie because this is the one, but he's more just a force of personality, it feels like, in horror cinema. And I suppose that's something.
That's something.
There you go. But yeah, I think you need to at least know who he is. Yeah, maybe there you go. It's as a horror, you got to watch, let's say watch this one. You need to know who this guy is.
A history lesson.
Yep. Okay, so that's Night of the Werewolf. Next week we're going to watch a movie that's chosen by
Sean. What are we watching next week?
All right. Are you guys ready to see Barry Bostwick as a 1980s action star?
Yes.
A sci-fi action star?
Yes.
Colin is. We're going to watch Megaforce.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know anything about this.
I've never seen it.
Oh, good. All right.
I've always wanted to. Great White Buffalo.
Hal Needham directs an action movie of the 1980s sci-fi variety.
Excellent. All right.
So we are in for it.
Okay.
I think we'll have fun.
All right, so that's next week on Saturday Night Freak Show. We hope you'll join us. And until then, ladies and germs, the basement is going dark.